With us today is Alexander Karapancev, and he is a son of Zoran Karapancev and Vesna Karapetrova, who have been great supporters of our Macedonian heritage show over the years. He is a Canadian Macedonian, and Alexander's father, Zoran, have been a camera person on our show, and while his mother, Vesna, has done interviews. Welcome in our studio.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us something more about Macedonian heritage. So where are your parents from in Macedonia?
Sure. My parents are from, both my parents were born in the Republic of Macedonia. My father was born in Skopje and my mother was born in Prilep. But my mother's family actually originates from the Aegean part of Macedonia. Her mother is from a village called Besvina in the Lerinsko region, and my grandfather, her father, is from the town of Ranci in the Kailari region.
Tell us a little about your pride in your Macedonian heritage.
I'm very proud about being Macedonian. You know, we belong to a special and large community in Canada, and our people have been in this country for a very long time. But more than that, I think being Macedonian provides us with a privilege of having such a rich cultural history. You know, I'm named after Alexander the Great, and that's something that my parents always told me, and I take great pride in our ancient history. And it's not just the ancient part of Macedonia. If we go throughout history, Saint Cyril and Methodius, the writers of the Cyrillic alphabet, were from Macedonia. There's just such a rich cultural tradition that we have, and it's something that we should really be happy to be blessed with.
Yeah. We know that you are a lawyer, so why did you decide to enter the legal profession?
Well, you know, when I was a kid, my grandparents would say to me, Alex, be a lawyer or a doctor. And as I was growing up, I realized that I was much better at arguing than I was at science. So throughout school, I thought it was very clear to me that I wanted to be a lawyer. Advocacy has always been something that I've been interested in. I've always had a lot of pride in advocating for the Macedonian cause. And being an advocate for clients is something that I feel very special and honored to do, because when people need representation and they have their reputation or their liberty at risk, it's something that I really enjoy defending.
What was your time in England like during your studies?
Yeah, so what happened was I studied initially at the University of Western Ontario, where I graduated with a BA in political science. Following that, I decided to pursue my law degree in England at the University of Exeter. I really wanted to get a different perspective on my education, and our Canadian legal system actually originates under the British common law, so that's the birthplace of our legal system. So I wanted to go there to learn really from where the roots of our legal system came from. And it was great. I really enjoyed my time in England. It was great because I was able to actually travel to Macedonia
It's near.
quite easily. There are a lot of cheap flights, and it was great. I was able to go to Skopje for the summer, and I just had a really good time in England.
Yeah. What is your opinion? Why is it important for young Canadian Macedonians to have a post-secondary education?
I think it's very important to get a post-secondary education these days. In Canada, there are more and more people coming to our country, which is great. However, the job market is quite dense and it is difficult to get into a career that you like. And education is very important for us to succeed. You know, if you were to look throughout Canadian society, it's those that have good, strong educations that are able to have positions throughout our society that are privileged.
What are some of your challenges as a lawyer? What kind of lawyer are you?
Okay. I practice in the area of criminal defense law, and it's a very interesting area of law. That's one of the reasons why I went to law school. I take a lot of pride in being able to help people when their liberty is at risk, when they can really risk going to jail. So it's very fun and it's very rewarding, but at the same time, the stakes are very high, and at times it does get a little stressful. I think with all lawyers, we don't have 9-to-5 jobs. When the client calls and they need help. And I think that's one of the parts that makes it exciting in working in law as well.
Yeah, I believe so. Can you share a message for the young Canadian Macedonians, but please in Macedonian language?
Sure. Знаеш, мислам, е многу важно да се ние горди, како македонци во Канада. Е многу важно за младите да одат во факултет, да се едуцират, да добијат добри работи и секогаш да памтат дека се македонци, да не заборават тоа.
Thank you for being our guest today, Alexander.
Thank you very much.
Ви благодарам на вниманието.